Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet, voice you know with the news you trust studio, sponsored by the Family Forest Carbon Program, where we help family forest owners get paid to improve the health of their woods. Well, rain outside, 55 degrees on the barn thermometer. It has been raining all day long at our farm. We have just over an inch of rain so far, and it looks like it's going to continue to rain on and off through the supper hour. After that, though, it looks like things will start to dry out for the remainder of the week. This quick calendar reminder, you can celebrate the 38th annual Armed Forces Day with the Findlay Military Association May 15th through the 18th. This will take place at the Hancock County Fairgrounds. Ride a Huey helicopter, watch reenactment performances, check out military vehicles from all the eras and more. Visit www.findlaymilitaryShow.org for a full schedule of events, sponsored by Ohio Logistics. Taking a look at your agricultural headlines, the Canadian government rejected claims by the only renewable diesel producer in Canada that U.S. producers were injuring their industry by dumping subsidized fuel across the northern border. Canada's first renewable diesel company, Tidewater Renewables Ltd., alleged in a complaint at the end of 2024 that the U.S. imports are hurting its business. The Canadian International Trade Tribunal disagreed. The Canadian International Trade Tribunal today determined that the evidence does not disclose a reasonable indication that the dumping and subsidizing of renewable diesel from the United States of America have caused injury or are threatening to cause injury to the domestic industry, the body said in its ruling. Therefore, the tribunal terminated its preliminary injury inquiry. Tidewater CEO Jeremy Baines said in a statement that despite the ruling, the company maintains that U.S. imports are hurting the Canadian industry. Our view remains that the facts support a finding that unfair trade practices by the United States have caused a flood of subsidized and dumped renewable diesel into Canada, Baines said. This flood of imports has significantly injured Tidewater, currently the sole Canadian producer of renewable diesel. The Canadian market for renewable diesel imports is estimated at more than $1.4 billion annually. Tidewater officials expressed confidence in a March news release that provisional duties would be imposed at the U.S.-Canadian border within 90 days. Tidewater said it anticipated duties valued between $1.89 and $3.03 per gallon of renewable diesel imported from the United States. The issuance of the tribunal's decision ends the investigation arising from complaints filed by the corporation with the Canadian Border Service Agency back on December 30th of last year, the Canadian government said. Now, the tribunal said it is expected to release its reasons for its decisions coming up on May the 23rd. Tidewater Renewable said it was, quote, carefully reviewing its options in response to the tribunal's decision with, quote, the support of its external trade law counsel. The company said it may decide to take legal action or to file an amended complaint with the Canadian government. In its original complaint, Tidewater said the results of an increase in the volume of dumped and subsidized imports from the U.S. The company suffered material injury, including lost market share, lost sales, price undercutting, price depression, reduced profitability and reduced cash flow, return on investment, and the ability to raise capital. Well, let's get an update on your Tuesday afternoon weather forecast brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com.
Plenty of clouds again for your Tuesday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Quick forecast update here in Ohio. We have wraparound backside moisture. The low is off to our north and east ever so slightly. That means moisture today is going to be rotating through the state from the north and northwest, going southeast. I think we can pick up another few hundredths to likely half an inch or more, depending on where you are at, but we're not doing any drying today. Get partly sunny skies in here tomorrow. Then on Thursday, there's a system that wants to try and pass by near the Ohio River Valley, so I'm saying clouds may be back for southern Ohio on Thursday before we dry down completely Friday on through the weekend and most of next week. I'm meteorologist Ryan Martin.
Thanks, Ryan. Stay tuned. We'll be back to take a look at your closing market numbers after this.
Get ready to start bidding on a massive variety of heavy equipment and vehicles in the Ritchie Brothers Great Lakes Regional Event happening May 14th and 15th. More than 3,700 items will cross the auction block during a one-of-a-kind sale, including everything from truck tractors, van trucks and trailers, to excavators, scrapers, and equipment for construction and landscaping. Registration for this unique unreserved auction is entirely free and open to the public. Visit rbauction.com to learn more. Again, that's rbauction.com.
Attention construction pros. Purple Wave Auction brings quality equipment to your fingertips. Join our bi-weekly online auctions featuring dozers, excavators, loaders, and more. We provide detailed listings, photos, and seller contact info. Inspect online or in person. With our no reserve policy, every item sells to the highest bidder. Visit purplewave.com today and see why informed builders choose Purple Wave. Transparent processes, real deals. Your next great purchase awaits. purplewave.com.
Let's take a look now at how your market's closed, brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance, online at seedconsultants.com. Well, July corn ended the day up a penny and a quarter at $4.55 1/2. December new crop corn, though, was down a penny and 3/4 at $4.41 1/4. July soybeans closed down 4 1/4 cents at $10.41 1/4, with November new crop beans down 3 cents at $10.19 1/4, and new crop wheat for July up 4 3/4 cents today, $5.36. In livestock, June live cattle closed up 2 1/2 cents at $213.67 1/2. May lean hogs were down 70 cents at $91.55. Thanks for joining us. You're listening to the Ohio AgNet.